Alright, so got the Mod Podge down on the styrofoam, and it's going to be in reverse, but you can see down here I've got marked off black MP for black with the glossy Mod Podge, white MP for the white with the glossy Mod Podge, gray MP, gray with the glossy Mod Podge, silver, and then just regular gray, regular white, regular black. My paints, just using very cheap paints. First off, Artist Loft white, it's not glossy. Apparently glossy acrylics are kind of hard to find unless you want to pay a fair amount of bucks for it. Mars Black Basics, natural, neutral gray, and silver. And the silver's shiny, so I'm not going to give it a coat of Mod Podge. I'm just going to do that. So I'll get the paint down and we will go from there. Alright. So, again, this is probably going to be like watching paint dry, but just doing one coat of the black. May as well do it on this side as well. And totally forgot, but the gray or the silver goes on really thin, so I base coat the silver with a gray. So I usually put a gray down, then I'll put the silver over it. Saves from having to do like 5 or 6 coats of silver to get the proper color. And if I did go with silver on the on any of my weapons or blades, I would do the gray underneath, so may as well keep it exactly like I would do for a prop. Alright. Okay, definitely going to need second coats on all these. So, okay, so while this dries, I will do a second coat after it dries, and then we will proceed. I'll do a second coat, put the silver in the center, and I'll Mod Podge these three with the glossy Mod Podge, and when that's dry, then we'll break out the graphite powder, and we'll continue with our test. So that's it for right now, and like I said, I'll be back once this is all ready for the graphite test. Okay, so I'm back. Got my board all set up. You can see regular black, regular white, regular gray, black, white, gray, silver, which is already shiny, and then I did gray, white, black, and that is shiny as I have my gloss Mod Podge on it. So now I've got my newspaper laid down here, and I've got my graphite powder. Gloves, absolutely necessary. Don't do this without gloves, let me tell you. And these are fairly cheap. You get like a box of, I don't know how many's in there, quite a few. I think even the dollar store has them. Cotton balls, that's for putting the graphite on. And then little cotton pads. I think these are used for taking off makeup. Got a couple of those. These are used for buffing the graphite in. So now, as you can see, I got my thing down here. I'm just gonna get a good amount on my cotton ball, and we're going to put it on. I'm gonna make sure I put a lot on, get it right in there, get it into everything. Kind of liking, it's kind of looking cool. Alright, let's switch, get a different cotton ball. Alright, now onto the gloss gray, the gloss white, and as you can see I'm putting a fair amount on here. I'm not sure how much you're supposed to use, but putting on a lot, and giving it a good coat. Alright, and then you take your pad and you give that a shake off, and then you buff it. I'll move this so I don't knock it over. Kind of liking what it's doing to the gray. The gray is looking very metallic, the plain gray. The silver is looking very, very shiny. I'm going to buff that right in. And get another fresh pad. Now, this is the gloss silver. So this has the Mod Podge on it. Or the gloss gray, I should say. That has the gloss Mod Podge. That's kind of cool. And this is the glossy white. And the glossy black. So let's see what it does. I'm not sure how much you're supposed to buff this in, but So, kind of hard to see, I think, but this is what we got. So, again, this is the regular black here. That's the regular gray. Or, no, this is regular white. Regular gray here. This is the silver, which has a really unique look. This is the glossy gray. This is the glossy white. That's the glossy white. Now, I didn't sand this down. Probably should have sanded it to make it smooth. And that's the glossy black. That has the gloss Mod Podge on it as well. Overall, I wonder if I did a little bit more on the white. No. Kind of thinking maybe I should have done I should have sanded, make it smooth, because the glossy, it's really hard to tell, and it's probably hard to tell with this light which one's the best. They all have a unique look, so I don't know which one. May need some more tests. Maybe do the other side and sand it. Oh, that's gnarly. There's, yeah. This stuff gets everywhere. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure. The video I saw, the white looked really cool, but again, I think I need to try it again, but sand it to make it smooth, so there's not as many, so there's no grooves in it, and maybe it'll work a little better. But I think it's hard to say. Jury's still out. The silver, which is this one right here, I think looks the best. That's a little blemish where I don't know if I brushed too much or rubbed too much, but that has nothing to do with the graphite per se. However, out of the three of them, yeah, cool. Well, test is done, and we'll go from there. So, for now, that'll be it for this one, and I still got to figure out how I want to do my Stormbreaker, so stay tuned.